Alright guys, try to imagine standing at the very beginning of the personal computer movement or the earliest days of the commercial internet. You are looking directly at a technology that almost nobody around you understands. Yet, it is quietly laying down the foundation to rewire global finance. Crypto researcher Smoke, right here on X, recently shared a post featuring video analysis from Maximus Crypto, who walked through a document from institutional titan Morgan Stanley. The core message is straightforward. The global financial system is entering a brand new technology supercycle driven by a massive upturn in productivity. Now, the very first question that we have here is Morgan Stanley spotting the foundations of a new productivity boom? In the document reviewed by analyst Maximus Crypto, Morgan Stanley highlights that markets are sitting in the opening phases of major productivity expansion. Just as personal computers in the 1980s and the internet in the late 1990s dramatically shifted the baseline of global output, current structural shifts in technology are aligning for a similar surge. In my personal opinion, I see this as institutional validation that goes far beyond typical daily price swings. When an investment bank with trillions under management identifies a structural productivity shift, they aren't looking at short-term hype. They are positioning for multi-decade infrastructure development. Now, how does tokenization lead the next technological S-curve? Right? The S-curve. The Morgan Stanley paper points directly to crypto asset tokenization as the foundational driver heading the next S-curve. Positioned alongside artificial intelligence and cloud computing infrastructure, distributed ledger technology is designated as a primary catalyst for this shift. In my personal opinion, tokenization is the natural evolution of asset movement. Moving physical assets, debt instruments, and liquidity onto real-time distributed ledgers removes frictional delays that cost global markets hundreds of billions of dollars every year. Now, does mainstream recognition even matter for infrastructure adoption? Analyst Maximus Crypto pointed out an intriguing paradox. In every casual conversations, Bitcoin draws minimal recognition, right? While projects like Ripple and Stellar yield completely blank stares. However, he observed that consumer awareness is entirely secondary. Payment rails shifted from paper receipts to magnetic stripes, then to EMV chips, and finally to contactless tap to pay. Consumers use every single layer without needing to know the technical engineering underneath. So, in my own personal opinion, this is the most critical realization for digital asset utility. Ripple's enterprise network does not need retail consumers to understand how cross-border liquidity works. It simply needs institutional banking infrastructure to settle transactions seamlessly in the background. Now, How does regulatory clarity complete the Internet of Value? Connecting the Morgan Stanley framework directly to Ripple, analyst Maximus Crypto framed Ripple as a core builder of the Internet of Value. The document highlights how network effects compound value exponentially once user participation reaches critical scale. The final missing variable required to unlock this scale is comprehensive regulatory clarity. Right? Now, in my personal opinion, clear regulatory frameworks act as the green light for conservative institutional capital. Once clear rules of engagement are fully established, financial institutions can plug into these networks without compliance hesitation. Alright, for our overall conclusion, Morgan Stanley's analysis emphasizes the tokenization and distributed ledger technology are positioned at the core of the next global productivity cycle. With utility functioning in the background, much like traditional payment upgrades, clear regulatory frameworks remain the final key to unlocking network effects for Ripple and the broader crypto ecosystem. Alright guys, this finally ends our video. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next one. Or you might just as well check this next recommended video right here.